stuffing. As a lime forms of the stuffer, everybody can get the rest of their ground meat ground up because we're making several different kinds of sausages. So we'll find a system that works for us. Plug it back in.
Turn it on.
Back on the forward. Now it looks a little bit more like hamburger meat.
Yeah. Pretty sure industrialized, they have big grinders, huh?
Oh yeah. Yeah, you saw that movie. Those things were giant. They were shoveling dry ice into it, right?
Damn, dry ice too. It's crazy.
Yeah, dry ice because it's super cold.
So if you went even smaller, what would that do? It would just make the meat
Make the meat
finer?
a little bit more emulsified. Start looking more like a hot dog.
Oh, okay.
Right. Well, for a hot dog, we're going to go even farther. We're going to put the meat into a Roku afterwards. But the smaller the texture you're looking for, the smaller the die you're going to end up running it through.
It's the same machine that makes sausages, pretty much. Like,
So you say they normally add ice cubes in while you're doing this?
Yeah, I'm going to throw a couple in at the end. It'll help clean it out. But I wouldn't say normally. Some people do that instead of adding the ice water and vinegar at the end for the primary bind. They'll just, as they're grinding, throw ice in. Helps keep it cold and kind of gets that primary bind working. So what I'll do is and it's the Snoopy Snowcone maker now, right?
try it.
That push the rest of the meat out?
Push all the rest of the meat out too, cleaned it out. You can use a piece of plastic wrap if you didn't want to incorporate any more liquid, but I don't like doing that because then I got to unwrap it from the worm when I get all done with it. I'm going to keep this on ice. No, I'm not. A little too liquidy at this point. Nice cold meat, what I've got at this point. Okay, nice seasoning should be evenly mixed in. It was marinated. Should still feel nice and cold. I've got a nice ratio of fat to meat in there, and I just want to get my water and ice and vinegar in there. If there's any ice cubes left, I don't want to get whole ice cubes in there. Okay, the last stage of making fresh sausages is mixing. You could do this in a KitchenAid if you like, but I'm just going to do this by hand since we don't want to wash a whole bunch of KitchenAids. I don't want to puddle water at the bottom. But remember what I said, this is incorporating some more moisture in the meat, so it's going to be a little bit more moist product at the end.
More flavorful.
It is helping the seasoning to be incorporated a little bit more, and it's actually going to make the meat a little bit stickier, so the meat kind of sticks together a little bit better, so I don't get a sausage where I get all these individual shreds of meat on the inside. So it's an important step, this mixing stage. Just get your hand in there and spend a couple minutes doing this. Like I said, you can do this in an electric mixer, and it takes less time. But I don't want to overwork it, just to the point where I'm getting all that liquid incorporated and I start to feel the meat gets a little sticky. Because right now it's not sticky. It smells good though. Okay, so this recipe in his book, I altered it a little bit. It called for a little bit more chili flakes than I put in. It called for a little cayenne pepper. And it called for red wine vinegar. I did cider vinegar instead. I am a cider vinegar fan.
I didn't know what was in the sausage that they came over with last time, so I didn't think.
That was good. That was a recipe out of the green book back here. It's written by Gislin. It's a good sausage recipe as well. There was a breakfast one we did that was a little sweet, but then we also did an Italian sausage, which is pretty similar to this one we're doing right here.
That's really simple.
Very simple, right? And you know what's in it. That's the nice thing. And you can add anything you want into it. Who knows what's in, what was the guy saying in the movie? It was parts you wouldn't necessarily want to see on the dinner table in their original form. Right? I still eat it because it's delicious, right? Okay, meat's getting a little sticky at this point. It starts to stick to my hands a little bit. I don't want to overwork this. I'm going to call that good.
That's looking like hamburger.
So what do I need to do before I stuff this?
You putting that in the
Nope.
in the wrap or no?
I know what this tastes like, right?
Oh, season. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right.
Yeah, I don't know what this tastes like. I know it smells good, but I don't know what it tastes like. It could taste horrible.
So you're gonna season it, then cook it right, not just taste it raw.
I want to just pop one in. No.
YouTube.